Okay, now I asked Sean if I can introduce our singer for this evening, who is the wonderfully talented, wonderful person, David Baida. David and I have been best friends since 1985, and for those of you in the 80s section that went to school with Dave and I, we were like peanut butter and jelly. You know, I was the peanut butter that kept sticking around with David, even though he didn't want me to stick around. But we were good together. We were good together. The first time I heard David sing, I knew it was something special. I knew that we had somebody extremely talented in our midst, and I know Bob realized it too. Dave has been Conestoga winner. I've lost count. He's probably had all these trophies on his, walls and everything. He's utterly amazing. He's what you call in the business, which everyone knows this. He's a triple threat. He's a singer, dancer, actor. David has been around the world, as Sean said before, touring with the Broadway musical In the Heights. And actually, Bob and Marilyn and I, we got to go see him at the Pantages Theater in Hollywood. And I remember I was just sitting there in the audience, and my heart was racing, and I felt like I started crying. I just couldn't believe that David was doing this, and I was just so incredibly proud of him. And I just knew that it would be a matter of time that, he was Artesia High, and then he moved on to other stages that were obviously bigger and brighter. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome one of my very best friends, David Baida.
Thank you, Margaret. Before I begin, I would like to just say how honored I was to have Bob and Marilyn there. My opening night in Hollywood at the Pantages. And I remember after the show, Bob came up to me with this big grin on his face, and he said, "You did it!" Yeah. And I'll never forget that. And he said, "Oh, and you really loosened up a lot." Thanks, Bob. I wanted to sing something that would pertain to tonight. I wanted to sing something hopefully pleasing to everyone. But this song is based actually on "Oh Danny Boy" at the very beginning. So this is a song that's about how I think a lot of us feel about you. This is "You Raise Me Up." When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more more than I can be. Quote, October 21st, 1987, I've known David Baida for 3 years. In that time, we have worked together in a number of theatrical, television, and related projects in which he always demonstrated excellent qualities of leadership, industry, and creative independence. He has achieved the highest honors we can bestow: Best Thespian, Conestoga Honoree, and Best Actor. I recommend him without reservation. Respectfully, Robert J. Faircloth. You raised me up so I can stand on mountains. You raised me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas, and I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raised us up to more than we could be. He said, "You got it, baby." I got the approval, the stamp of approval. Before you go, I must say that I only wanted to be an actor when I was a teenager, and Mr. Faircloth heard me sing and said, "What are you doing? You need to study singing." And I said, "Nah, I'm not really one. I want to be an actor." And he said, "You're gonna be a singer, and I'm gonna get you a voice teacher." And he brought me Frances Young, and she would come every Saturday for $20. And she was my first. She didn't give you a cut, but I'm here and I'm still singing. I'm doing it professionally, and it's because you saw something in me, and you said you got to develop that voice. So
I didn't see it. You showed it. I showed it.
yeah, but if you hadn't, made it happen, I may not be doing it. So please give him a hand. All right, so that was all serious. Now we're going to have some fun. Now, on everyone's table, there are some pieces of paper, and I mentioned there's a sing-along happening here. I told Sean that I wanted to sing an Irish song for Mr. Faircloth. So he gave me some songs to choose from, and I picked this one because I thought it was a lot of fun. The problem is, what I need is your help on the chorus. And the chorus has 2 sentences. The first one is in Gaelic, if you haven't figured that out. I spelled it on the paper so it's pronounceable, hopefully, to everybody, but I'm going to go over with you. Can you turn off, Bubba, can you turn off the music for a second? Thanks. If you look at the papers, there's 2 pieces of paper. The first sentence is, singing Ban Yanam Ho Wisnung Auna, and the juice of the barley for me. That's the chorus. It's just those 2 words. I'm going to sing all the verses in between, but if you can sing along with me on the chorus, I would appreciate it. Shall we do this? Sing it, Vanya Namo Wisdom Auna, and the juice of the barley for me. All right, remember that, and sing along with me when the chorus comes. All right, Baba, if you would. You can sing it right now. Singing Vanya Namo Wisdom Auna, and the juice of the barley for me. Now when I was a lad about 8 years or so, with me books and me pencils to school I would go, to a dirty old schoolhouse without any door, where lay the schoolmaster blind drunk on the floor, singing Vanya Namo Wisdom Auna, and the juice of the barley for me. Very nice. Now at learning I wasn't a genius, I'm thinking, but I soon beat the master entirely at drinking. Not a wake nor a wedding for 5 miles around, but myself in the corner was sure to be found, singing Vanya Namo Wisdom Auna, and the juice of the barley for me. And now a key change up, singing Vanya Namo Wisdom Auna, and the juice of the barley for me. Then one Sunday the preacher said, I cooked me goose, said you'll end up your days with your neck in a noose, and you'll dance a fine jig between heaven and hell. And his words, they did frighten me, truth for to tell, singing Vanya Namo Wisdom Auna, and the juice of the barley for me. So the very next morning, as dawn it did break, I went down to the vestry, the pledge for to take. And there in that room sat the priests in a bunch, round a big roaring fire, drinking tumblers of punch, singing Vanya Namo Wisdom Auna, and the juice of the barley for me. Well, from that day to this, I have wandered alone. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none, with the sky for me roof and the earth for me floor. And I'll dance out my days drinking whiskey galore. Come on, sing.